On June 10, 2016, the most prestigious football tournament in Europe kicked off in France. For the first time in the tournament's history, the number of teams was increased to 24, divided into 6 groups, with 4 spots available for the best third-place teams to advance to the knockout stage. This historic change also led to an unprecedented championship victory, as the winning team secured only 1 victory in 90 minutes of regular play, and that team was Portugal. 12 years after their heartbreaking loss to Greece at home in Euro 2004. Ronaldo, who had once been a 19-year-old shedding tears of disappointment, had now become the man carrying the weight of an entire nation. Indeed, Portugal's journey was extraordinary, surprising fans worldwide. The Portuguese players displayed resilience, determination, and unparalleled unity in their national team's history. Moreover, under the pragmatic and calculated tactics of coach Fernando Santos, Portugal abandoned their traditional attacking style in favor of a ruthlessly efficient approach. I love hearing criticism. I listen to it like music. Keep saying that we don't deserve to win. I'll happily go home and sleep soundly with those criticisms. Portugal was not considered a top contender for the Euro 2016 title. Spain was the reigning European champion from 2012. Germany held the 2014 World Cup title. England had a strong squad under Roy Hodgson. Belgium was ranked second in the FIFA rankings, and host France carried immense ambition. The attention of the press and media was drawn to these powerhouse teams, which alleviated some pressure on Portugal, despite having Cristiano Ronaldo, who had just led Real Madrid to their 11th Champions League title after defeating Atletico Madrid at San Siro. The race for the Ballon d'Or was heating up, with Lionel Messi leading Barcelona to La Liga and Copa del Rey titles. Messi also had the chance to win Copa America with Argentina, but once again fell short, losing to Chile in a penalty shootout, where he missed the opening spot kick. With Messi's international heartbreak, the spotlight shifted to Ronaldo. Portugal was drawn into Group F, alongside Austria, Hungary, and first-time Euro participants Iceland. This was considered a relatively favorable group, as none of the other 3 teams were particularly strong or had world-class stars. On June 14, 2016, Portugal faced Iceland in their opening match in Saint Etienne. Portuguese fans expected a win, while Icelandic supporters were celebrating their nation's historic debut in a European championship. This was also the match where Ronaldo equaled Luis Figo's record of 127 caps for Portugal, but he struggled to make an impact. In the 31st minutes, Luis Nani opened the scoring from an assist by André Gomes, which remained the only goal of the first half. However, Iceland came out strong in the second half and equalized within 5 minutes, with Bjarnason scoring their first ever Euro goal. The match ended 1-1, despite Portugal dominating possession, 66%, and taking 27 shots. Criticism quickly fell on Ronaldo, who managed only 2 shots on target out of 5 attempts and failed to score. After the match, Ronaldo stated, "We tried to score, they didn't." Aside from 1 goal, Iceland parked the bus with all 11 players. Look at how they celebrated, as if they had won the Euro. That's the small team mentality. They won't achieve anything in this tournament. Icelandic defender Arnason responded, "Ronaldo is just a sore loser. He never accepts defeat. I don't know what he expects. Should we play like Barcelona? Everyone knows we're the underdogs. We had to play defensively. We fully deserve this result." On Saturday, June 18, 2016, Portugal played their second match against Austria at Parc des Princes in Paris. Coach Fernando Santos made 2 changes in midfield, including bringing in Ricardo Quaresma, hoping for better coordination with Ronaldo. Once again, Portugal dominated possession, 59%, and took 23 shots compared to Austria's 3, but the match remained goalless. Their best chance came in the 77th minutes when Ronaldo won a penalty. A renowned penalty taker, he shockingly hit the post, shattering Portuguese fans' hopes. With only 2 points from 2 games, Portugal was in trouble, and Ronaldo was still goalless. "I disappointed everyone. I take responsibility for this result," Coach Santos added. "Cristiano skipped dinner and couldn't sleep. I was one of the first to wake up on Sunday, but he had already been up for a while. As Portugal's captain, he carries immense responsibility. We don't want negativity to weigh him down. He's a champion. His experience will help him bounce back." This was Ronaldo's fourth penalty miss in his last 5 attempts for club and country. Despite this, Santos remained unwavering in his faith. If we get another penalty, Ronaldo will take it. He'll score. He's a winner who always reacts positively to setbacks. On June 22nd, Portugal faced Hungary in a must-win match. Portugal started aggressively, but Hungary struck first in the 19th minutes. Frustration grew, but Nani equalized just before halftime. In the second half, Zuzak restored Hungary's lead with a free kick, prompting Ronaldo's response. 3 minutes later, he scored with a brilliant backheel, becoming the first player to score in 4 consecutive Euros. The match turned chaotic as Zuzak scored again, but Ronaldo responded with a towering header, making it 3-3. Despite Ronaldo's heroics, Portugal finished third in Group F with 3 draws, but advanced to the knockout stage as one of the best third-place teams, setting up a clash with Croatia. With stars like Luka Modric, Ivan Rakitic, Perisic, and Mandzukic, Croatia was favored, having topped Group D by defeating Spain. Coach Fernando Santos opted for a defensive strategy for the first time in the tournament. Croatia dominated possession, 59%, and took 17 shots, yet failed to register a shot on target. Then, in the 117th minutes, substitute Ricardo Quaresma scored a dramatic winner, securing Portugal's place in the quarterfinals. We all agree the better team went home. We played well throughout the tournament and didn't deserve elimination. We dominated, created chances, and they scored from a lucky counterattack. This was like a final, and we won. Today, we were lucky, but I believe it was fair. Our next match against Poland will be tough, and we must prepare. We want to play beautifully, but sometimes winning requires pragmatism. On June 30th, 2016, Ronaldo and Portugal faced Poland in the quarterfinals in Marseille. Just 2 minutes in, Robert Lewandowski stunned Portugal with an early goal. However, young Renato Sanchez equalized in the 33rd minute. After 120 minutes, the score remained 1-1, leading to a penalty shootout. Rui Patricio became the hero, saving Blaszczykowski's penalty, sending Portugal to the semi-finals. 5 matches into the tournament, Portugal had yet to win in regulation time. 4 teams remained: Portugal, Wales, Germany, and hosts France. Portugal's third-place finish in Group F meant they avoided the tougher bracket featuring Germany and France. Against Wales, Portugal finally won in 90 minutes, with Ronaldo scoring a towering header and assisting Nani for a 2-0 victory. They had reached the final. Ronaldo is, of course, a natural-born goalscorer, and once again, he delivered. Despite the loss, we have every right to be proud of what we achieved in Euro 2016. The Welsh team gave everything we had, and we have no regrets. The following day, France secured their spot in the final after defeating Germany 2-0. The French team had been dominant, remaining unbeaten throughout the tournament, with their only blemish being a 1-1 draw against Switzerland in the group stage. With the advantage of playing on home soil, France entered the final as the overwhelming favorites against Portugal. On July 10, 2016, all eyes turned to Stade de France for the highly anticipated final between Portugal and host France. Historically, France had defeated Portugal twice in previous European Championship tournaments, in 1984 and 2000, both times going on to win the title. French fans eagerly awaited their nation's third Euro triumph, and lifting the trophy on home soil seemed like the perfect ending. As the match began, both teams displayed intensity and caution, knowing that conceding first in a final could be disastrous. In the 18th minute, Portugal suffered a massive blow. Cristiano Ronaldo went down injured after a challenge from Dimitri Payet. Despite attempting to play through the pain, 7 minutes later, Ronaldo collapsed in tears, a heartbreaking sight for Portuguese fans who were reminded of the 2004 final. Unable to continue, Ronaldo was stretchered off in the 25th minute, and Ricardo Quaresma replaced him. At that moment, many believed Portugal's hopes had been shattered. Without their talisman, Portugal dropped deep, setting up a compact defensive structure. As the game wore on, France struggled to break them down despite dominating possession and doubling Portugal's number of attempts. Meanwhile, Portugal patiently waited for their chance. The match remained goalless after 90 minutes, pushing the final into extra time. France was desperate to win in front of their home crowd, while Portugal sought to take the game to penalties. Then, In the 109th minute, an unlikely hero emerged. Eder, a substitute, drove forward, evaded defenders, and unleashed a stunning long-range strike past Hugo Lloris, the only goal of the match. The Portuguese fans erupted in euphoria, while the French crowd fell into stunned silence. It was an incredible moment. Before I stepped onto the pitch, Ronaldo told me I would score the winning goal. He gave me the confidence and belief I needed. France threw everything forward in the final moments, but Portugal's defense held firm. Ronaldo, despite his injury, stood on the sidelines, passionately coaching and motivating his teammates alongside Fernando Santos, acting almost like an assistant manager. Cristiano will never be a coach. What made him act that way was pure emotion. He felt he had to express his passion and support his teammates in any way he could. That is why Cristiano is an outstanding captain and one of the greatest players in the world. As the referee blew the final whistle, Portugal's dream had come true. For the first time in history, Portugal had won the European Championship, overcoming all odds to lift the prestigious trophy. The players collapsed in joy, while the French team was left in despair. In the dressing room, Ronaldo, overcome with emotion, thanked his teammates and coach Fernando Santos for delivering this historic achievement. First of all, I want to thank the coach. Without him, this wouldn't have been possible. Then, I want to thank my teammates, the staff, and everyone involved in this campaign. No one believed in Portugal, but we made it happen. From the bottom of my heart, I swear on my son's life, I have never been this happy. I could say this 100 times. Forget individual awards and the Champions League. This is the happiest moment of my life. I have cried 3 or 4 times already, and it's all thanks to you. We deserve this. Some critics argued that Portugal's triumph was unconvincing, calling them the luckiest champions in history. However, success in football always involves an element of fortune, and only those with the strength to seize their chances can turn luck into glory. In 2004, Greece stunned Portugal with a shocking triumph, and now, 12 years later, Portugal had their own fairy tale ending. The journey may not have been conventional, but in the end, Portugal was the last team standing. A strong team does not always win the title, but the champions are always the strongest team. Portugal had proven that, against all odds, they were the best team in Europe in 2016.